E5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center, protects the pawn on e5, and eyes the d4 square. The Ruy-Lopez opening develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, the lone defender of the e5 pawn. Knight f6 develops the knight and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. d3 protects the e4 pawn and allows the dark-squared bishop to develop. Bishop c5 develops the bishop, attacks the f2 pawn, and prepares castling. Solid. Continuing with standard opening theory. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. This threatens to win a pawn by removing a key defender. This is a book move, meaning it follows established opening theory, played by top players for years. White develops the knight and attacks the center. This overlooks an opportunity to kick a bishop. This threatens to tactically win a rook. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. Recaptures. A solid choice. That pawn was free for the taking. This kicks a queen. This moves the queen to safety. This is an equal trade. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. Very precise. After all captures, this is an equal trade. With this recapture, White introduces a new piece to the game. This threatens to eventually win material. This threatens to capture a knight and win material after the follow-on trades. This threatens to capture a knight and win material after the follow-on trades. A good use of time, thinking and finding the only good move in the position. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. Takes back. Now, white can't stop black from winning a bishop if they make the right moves. This steps away from the checking queen. This is an equal trade. This forces the opponent to have isolated doubled pawns, which ruins their structure. Recaptures. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. Black activates the last piece, bringing all pieces into play. This activates the king in the endgame by getting it off of the back rank. One of the best moves. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. With the rook now developed as well, white has all pieces ready for action. This is the strongest option. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Right on target. Now black can't stop white from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. Very precise. That was a free pawn. This makes a passed pawn. That pawn was free for the taking. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. Putting the piece on a blockade square. Pushing a passed pawn. Placing a rook behind an opposing passed pawn can inhibit the pawn's ability to promote. Pushing a passed pawn. This places a rook on the 7th rank, where it can be highly active. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. A very strong play. This activates the king in the endgame by getting it off of the back rank. A solid choice. This is the strongest option. Right on target. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Very precise. This is the strongest option. Right on target. This blocks white's pawn. One of the best moves. Very precise. This threatens to win a rook through a skewer. This stops the opponent from being able to win a rook through a skewer. This is the strongest option. Right on target. Very precise. This evades the check from the rook. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This is the strongest option. Right on target. This steps away from the checking rook. This move puts the rook on a safer square. The game ended in a draw by repetition.